Hello there, welcome to Sightline. Welcome to the new episode. Today I have Mr. Ryoji Noyori. He is a Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2001. So hello, Mr. Ryoji.
Hello.
So welcome to Mongolia.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to know about your purpose of your visit in Mongolia.
So the major purpose is to come here to give a lecture at the National University of Mongolia. And I talked today the way I came. The title of my lecture was Where Am I From? Where are you going?
Okay.
And describing my experience in research and science, and also where science and technology is going from now on. And I'm very happy to collect a large audience from senior to junior. Up to 300 or 400 people.
Oh, that's a big number. Yeah. Okay, so why would you like to deliver this type of theme here during your lecture?
That's important.
Yes.
Science and technology is extremely important for the competitiveness of the Mongolia. And I had a long experience in research. And also I had the experience to manage the big research institute in Japan called RIKEN. And now I'm serving as some advisor to our government.
To the Japanese government?
Yes.
In technology field, I guess?
Science and technology, and also the education.
So actually, what do you think that where we are now, right now, and we are going right now?
So we are now enjoying the fruit of the science and technology, which have been obtained in the last 50 or 70 years. But now the problem, we suffer from many kinds of big problems like climate change, climate fluctuation, and the shortage of natural resources and so on. How to solve such a problem? So of course we work very hard as an individual to do a good research, but that's not enough. How to organize the science and technology activity, and that's, I think we need a collaboration between many countries, including Japan and Mongolia. So we had a big discussion, heated discussion on this matter today.
So how was the atmosphere of your audience? What was the questions from Mongolian students?
Oh, there are many questions from the young people. And I'm very much excited.
So what was actually the questions about?
Well, largely they thinking of their own future as an individual, a scientist or engineer. But also they have some concerns about the future of Mongolia and also the humankind.
Yeah, we are now living in 21st century. It's like technological era of the internet and technology. And in this era, the engineering and IT sector is very important. And also, what do you think that our generation, what type of advices would you like to give for our future engineers?
Well, I think we should be proud of the achievement obtained through our intellectuals. However, we have the science technology casts light and also dark shadow. So one is the national ambitions of some big countries ignited the war, disseminating our societies. And another is personal appetite. That's a problem. That's accumulated result put our society in crisis. So we too much consume the renewable and non-renewable energies and resources. So how to solve that problem?
So what do you think, what our future generation need to do to skip this type of problems in the future?
Well, I think the education is very important. So any single country, single country cannot solve that problem. So nowadays, that is a theme of the international deliberation, discussions, right? So I think the education to the younger generation is very important to convince the people to solve such a global problem through the collaboration of entire population in the world.
The thing you mentioned about was the collaboration of the countries, like we are living in one world. It was really important point.
Yes.
So I think maybe our future generation in this age, they have to be prepared for their future collaboration with other countries. So how we can support this type of education for our younger generation?
Well, I think every country has their specific missions.
Yes.
And then we can correct the consequences of their effort. That's important. So the conditions for each country to survive is highly dependent and quite different from country to country, right? So, however, I think we need, I think we are very proud of the innovation in science and technology, the business, and also the social system. We should change our value by introducing some different concept. So in the past half century, over century, our prosperous civilization has been guided by United States and the European countries. But now we need wisdom of Asian countries, which are different from the West.
Western, yes.
So I think in this aspect, in this respect, the collaboration between Japan and Mongolia, it's quite important. And Mongolia is a rather young country. I understand 64% of the 3.2 million people are below 35 years old. So yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so your future is quite promising and bright. And in this respect, your government is promoting science and technology by reforming your university system. So you emphasize the importance of science technology, and you are going to reform the National University of Mongolia, focusing on the science technology. And in this respect, I think not only undergraduate course, but also graduate course should be strengthened.
Yes.
In a way to compete with the rest of the world.
That's right. And also the Mongolian National University is collaborating with the Japanese universities.
Yes. And particularly Nagoya University is willing to help at all cost, by all means.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Well, already we had collaborated for many years in science, technology, and also law. So we should strengthen more the tie in the future.
In other sectors,
yes,
maybe?
Yes, that's why I came here today.
Okay. And also, just having a lecture here in Mongolian National University, do you have other visits here in Mongolia?
I'm tomorrow I will be visiting Mongolia school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's high school?
High school.
Japanese high school.
Oh, not the Mongolian.
Mongolian.
Mongolian. Private
Okay.
school. The school boys are much more flexible than the senior people.
University
And,
students, yeah.
And I hope the young people at the school will be going to the area of science and technology, particularly for the survival of the sustainability of the humankind.
It will be maybe really interesting for our future engineers to listen to your lecture.
Yeah, I think the many serious problems should be solved through a discussion between our generation and the next generations, and yet unborn generations. Yes. So I think the equity between the current generation and the future generation is very, very important. So we should discuss the serious thing with the unborn generations. Otherwise, we cannot sustain our species on this planet. So within the limit of the our resources.
That's right, and also as we mentioned before, it's a technological era, 21st century, but also we are humankind, we are natural people. So in this technological era, how can we can stay more natural? Maybe our future generation are growing up just using technology, using smartphones and tablets, and how we can stay more natural with or maybe really common with nature. What do you think about this? It's really interesting.
So I am asking the young audience, where are you going from now on?
Okay.
And how are you leading the science and technology in the future? And if I'm asked the same question to me, and I would answer back to nature and back to humanity. That's very important. So I think that goal should be secured just by younger generations.
Yes. So we have to pay more attention for our younger generation.
Yes, that's crucially important for the survival of human being.
So we talked before about the collaboration between Mongolia and Japan, and also collaboration between Mongolian National University with the Nagoya University in Science and Technology.
Yes.
But also besides universities, in which fields we can work together in science and technology, in which other ways maybe?
Oh, of course, environment and energy would be a most important theme. And that problem cannot be solved just within academia. We should collaborate with the government and also the industrial sectors. So some kind of a synergy effect is crucially important to achieve the goal.
And also, what do you think about, we have the renewable energy circle with the 7 countries. For example, the Japan, Korea, Russia, Mongolia, and also other countries. We also had the forum here in Mongolia during the Renewable Energy Forum. So what do you think also the collaboration between Northeast Asian countries in renewable energy sector? So
anyway, we need a new technology to secure the affordable energy. That's crucially important. So, however, we need the highest standard science and technology to solve that problem. So we are asking a younger generation to pursue that direction.
Okay, so you said that the 60 or 65% of our Mongolian generation is people above 35 ages. So how do you see, we have our younger generation is now preparing, and to succeed in the science and technology field, what we have to more consider on to make more successful future engineers and technology and engineering section?
Well, I think the your young people should see the rest of the world. So they should not stay within their Mongolia. So I recommend them go to United States, Europe, and also Japan to learn something different from Mongolia culture, right? That's very important.
Yeah.
Then also they will get acquainted with the new friends, and you can make a collaboration with such kind of people. That's crucially important.
Yes.
No single people, no single institution, no single country can solve a current problem. We need a collaboration.
That's really important.
Yeah,
also.
very important. So many people emphasize the importance of the competition. But a competition produces a small number of winners and large number of losers, destabilizing the society. So I think in addition to a competition, but also the cooperation is crucially important to stabilize and sustain the society.
That's really important because it's our world is globalizing, so it's really important. Also, how then? You mentioned about that younger generation have to be more interested in another countries, to learn more about another countries.
Mixing
and to be,
the culture.
Yes, mixing culture, to be globalized. And also then how government can support this younger generation.
Well, I think the human relation, making human networks would be the most important. The government should promote such an interaction, by giving scholarship and so on.
Yes.
And also, you are asked to invite more foreigners to the Mongolia. That's also important. So without brain exchange or brain circulation, sustainability cannot be secured.
Okay, thank you very much. So thank you very much for accepting my request to have an interview with me. And our interview is going to the end. I would like to leave the last minute to you. If you have something to tell for our audience, if you have something to mention, then it's your moment, please.
I hope partnership between Japan and Mongolia will promote the further collaboration within the Asian countries and all over the world. And my visit will catalyze that kind of action.
Yes, sure. Yeah, that's really important. Why not? Yeah. Okay. And I hope that visit you here in Mongolia again. And thank you very much. So that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We hope that you enjoyed our interview. See you next time. Bye-bye.